Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to play the ukulele portion of the Mozart tune that we learned last week on U-Bass. So if you like videos like these, please hit subscribe below for more, and consider becoming a patron where you'll get the tabs and you'll be able to request your own arrangement. Alright, let's jump right into it. So here's the first two measures. So we're going to start by playing the 8th fret on the E string, the 7th fret on the A string, then the 10th fret on the A string. Then we're going to play the 7th fret on the E string. Then we're going to do this little hammer-on pull-off thing. We're going to play the 8th fret on the E string. Then we're going to hammer on to the 10th fret on the E string. And we're going to pull off back onto the 8th fret of the E string. So we've got 8, hammer on to 10, pull off to 8, all on the E string. So let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the next two measures. So we're going to start on the 12th fret of the A string. And I want to mention to you guys that have soprano ukes, this is really meant for concert uke. You may have to change a couple of the notes in order to make it work. But we've got the 12th fret on the A string. Then now we're going to have the 15th fret on the E string and the 15th fret on the A string. Then back to the 15th fret on the E string. Then we're going to play the 13th fret on the E string. And we've got this cool little hammer-on pull-off thing. This is going to be the 12th fret on the E string, and then you hammer on to the 13th fret. Then you pull off to the 12th. Then you hammer on to the 3rd fret again, and then you pull off to the 12th. So if you do it really fast, it sounds like this. And so you just got to work up to speed on that one. So let's play measures 3 and 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now this next section, we're going to be running through some modes of the C major scale. First, we're going to do the Aeolian mode, also known as the A minor scale. And we're going to play the 9th fret on the C string, the 11th fret, then the 12th fret, still on the C string. Now we're going to shift over to the 10th fret on the E string, the 12th fret, and the 13th fret, still on the E string. Now we're switching over to the 10th fret of the A string and the 12th fret of the A string. Then we're going to do it backwards. We only play the 12 once, though, on the A string. So we're going to go back to the 10 on the A string. Then we're going to play the 13th fret on the E string, the 12th fret, then the 10th fret, still on the E string. Now we're going to go to the C string, and we're going to play the 12th fret, 11th fret, and the 9th fret. And here's the rhythm. So if you noticed, the first note was an 8th note and the rest were 16th notes. So let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be doing the G Mixolydian mode, and that's going to sound like this. So we're going to start on the 7th fret on the C string. Then we're going to play the 9th fret on the C string. Then we're going to go up to the E string, and we're going to play 7, 8, and 10, all on the E string. Then we're going to go up to the A string, and we're going to play 7, 8, and 10. Then we come back down, so we're only hitting the 10th fret on the A string once. Then we go back to the 8th fret, then to the 7th fret, all on the A string. Then we're going to go back to the 10th fret on the E string, then the 8th fret, then the 7th fret. Now we're going to go to the 9th fret on the C string, and then we're going to play the 7th fret on the C string. So let's play that one together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be doing the F Lydian mode, and that's going to sound like this. So we're going to play the 5th fret on the C string, the 7th fret on the C string. Then we're going to play the 5th, the 7th, and the 8th fret, all on the E string, and then we're going to do the same thing on the A string. 5th, 7th, and 8th fret, all on the A string. Then after we get to that 8th fret, we're going to start going back down. Once again, we're only hitting that 8th fret once. Now we're on the 7th fret on the A string, the 5th fret. Now we're going to go down to the 8th fret on the E string, 7th fret, and then we've got the 5th fret, still all on the E string. And now we're going to do the 7th fret and the 5th fret, and that's on the C string. So let's play the F Lydian mode together. 3, 4. Now we're going to play the E Phrygian mode, and that's going to sound like this. So this one has 3 notes on the C string. We're going to play the 4th fret, the 5th fret, and the 7th fret, all on the C string. Now we're going to shift up. We're going to play the 5th fret, the 7th fret, and the 8th fret, and that's all on the E string. Then we're going to shift again. We've got the 5th fret and just the 7th fret on the A string. And then we go back down. So down to the 5th fret on the A string. Then we've got the 8th fret, 7th fret, and the 5th fret, all on the E string. And then after that, on the C string now, we're going to have the 7th fret, 5th fret, and 4th fret. So let's play that one together. 3 and 4 and. Alright guys, now we're at the last 4 bars. They sound like this. First, we're going to play the 2nd fret on the C string, then the open E string, then the 1st fret on the E string, then the 3rd fret on the E string. Now we're going to shift our hand where our middle finger is going to be on the 5th fret on the E string. Then we're going to play the 7th fret on the E string, the 4th fret on the A string, then we're going to play the 5th fret on the A string. So far we've got. Now we're going to jump back down to the 5th fret on the E string, then the 7th fret on the E string, then the 4th fret on the A string, and the 5th fret on the A string. And then now we're going to shift up to the 7th fret on the A string, then the 8th fret, and the 10th fret, still on the A string. Now we're going to shift up one more time, this time to the 12th fret, then we're going to play the 14th fret, and then the 15th fret. So far we've got. Now we're going to come back down, so that's the 14th fret on the A string, then the 12th. Now we're shifting our pinky to the 10th fret on the A string still. Then we're going to play the 8th fret on the A string, then the 7th fret. Now we're going to go back up to the 8th fret, then to the 10th fret. Then we're going to go up to the 12th fret, then back down to the 10th fret, then to the 8th fret. Then we're going to play the 7th fret, still on the A string. Now we're going to go to the E string for the first time in a while. We're going to play the 10th fret on the E string, then the 8th fret, and then the 7th fret. And that's where we go into the next section. So up to this point, we've got. So let's do that together. 3 E and 4 E and. Now we're on the last 2 measures, and they're going to sound like this. So we've got the 7th fret on the E string, the 10th fret on the A string, the 7th fret on the A string, the We've got the 8th fret on the E string. Then we've got the 10th fret, still on the E string. Then we've got the 10th fret on the A string, the 7th fret on the A string. Then we've got the 8th fret on the E string. And then now I've got the 10th fret on the E string one more time. Then we're going to do this little chord. So it's 11th fret, 10th fret, and 10th fret. 11th on the C string, 10th fret on the A string and E string. And I usually just kind of pluck with my thumb, my pointer finger, and my middle finger, and I almost like to kind of scoop into it, so it's like thumb, index, middle really fast. And then I hit the open G string at the very end. Let's play the last 2 measures together. 3 and 4 and. Alright guys, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to play some Mozart on the ukulele. If you missed the U-Bass part of this lesson, you can click up here, or you can find a link to it down below. If you'd like the tabs for this and the U-Bass portion, they're on Patreon, and if you'd like to request your own arrangement, please become a patron. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next week.